This is Salyne El Samarany. I'm from Lebanon. I lead the community of Teach for Lebanon. It's an organization that works on providing quality education for underprivileged kids across Lebanon. We work with Lebanese and refugee children. Our aim is to provide quality education for poor communities that actually deserve that as a human right in order to get better pathways throughout their lives. We do it by empowering young leaders that are fresh graduates, giving them the capacity building they need, and then sending them into rural communities to give support in the formal education and the non-formal education sector. We've been throughout the past 10 years trying to also highlight about the importance of coming together as different communities to provide an effective ecosystem for every child. And that means a lot of work, especially when in our context we have the highest refugee per capita. So Lebanon has now 2.5 million Syrian refugees and 500,000 Palestinian refugees. Being a country of only 4 million, that means if all refugee students that are 450,000 end up enrolling in public school system, they will be double the number of the Lebanese kids. That is why we feel it's with a high sense of urgency the need for us not only to work on providing quality education for Lebanese kids but also for the refugees, because education is the ticket for a better life. And if we just step back a moment and reflect on all the blessings that we have in life, we realize that our education was a key element. I personally feel so passionate about this cause because I personally was a teacher. I got the opportunity to go into a rural community and teach for 2 years, and I realized how powerful it is to be able to impact people's lives by providing them this opportunity to access knowledge and be able to build the right values and the right mindset. So that's a quick summary about what we're trying to do. In terms of working with the refugees in particular, we have made a lot of changes towards our program and our capacity building program, because when we're working with refugees, it's not only about teaching, it's not only about quality education, although still we're struggling with an access program. So to date, more than 250,000 Syrian refugee children are out of school in Lebanon because simply the schools cannot afford to have them all, and a lot of the refugees still think that they're coming back to their homeland in a few months, so they don't see the value of sending their kids to school. So we feel we've changed a lot in our training from to work on social cohesion projects, to work on training our teachers on how to work with traumatized kids. These kids deserve a lot of support on their psychosocial level as well. They need, sadly, a lot of refugees are faced with a lot of bullying in the schools, and in addition to the struggles that they're facing, they're also not receiving the safe space that they deserve in a school environment. So there's a lot to work on building that culture of acceptance and love towards the refugees, because in the end they're human beings. They're trying to survive a decent life, and I feel that it's also my responsibility to make sure that if there's something positive I can do, then I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. So yeah, that's a quick summary of what we do. And if you want to know more about the work we do, please go to our Facebook page. It's called Teach for Lebanon. Teach for Lebanon is part of a global community called Teach for All, where around 50 different countries are doing a similar program in their own countries. So feel free to just like us, and if you have any questions to me, just send them in our page. Thank you.